Okay. Let's give me a moment here. Can you hear me? See? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm still trying to get everything set up. Alright, so my first ever stream. Yes, it begins. My first ever stream. Just to be clear, I have no idea what I'm doing. I literally am using my Kindle and my headphones, and I'm in this room, so I'm literally just playing it by ear. I don't know how long I'm going to be going for, but hey, that's the fun of it. I appreciate that. So, if you guys got some questions for me, I will do my best to answer. I'm looking at if you guys see me looking at my phone, it's because I've got the chat here, looking at it. So, because like I said, I'm using my Kindle, but yeah, it's my first ever stream. I'm very excited, very excited. Like I said, if you guys got some questions, feel free to ask them, and I'll do my best to answer them. And we'll have a good time. Let me see. I'm also going to be well, to be honest with you, I'm actually very excited. I got I know what you meant, Dance. But to be honest, I'm very excited. I know C and Ninja have been trying to get me to stream for some time now. So, but yeah, I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to seeing what I can get into, even if it's literally just me in front of this just talking. Like I said, I don't have the streaming equipment. I don't really have anything needed to do like any major streaming, games, stuff like that. So, but I'm excited to see what is going to be happening here, and going to see what kind of chaos I can get into, even if it's just chatting, because even just chatting streams can turn into some chaos. So we'll see what happens. But I'm very excited. Very excited. I'm not entirely sure how often I'll be streaming. My plan is to maybe do it every Monday. Since C has changed his schedule a bit, and we'll see how that goes. But we're gonna start out with maybe every Monday at 9. Oh, that reminds me. I've got to do something here. I almost forgot. I've got to. So I'm not going to be able to see the chat for a second. But I've got to put my stream in my boss's chat. So stream, I'm not going to be able to see chat. Don't be saying nothing suspect, Dents. See, make sure he doesn't say anything suspect. Okay, that's better. I had the screen up on my phone, and I was like, I don't like that, so I just changed it to audio only. So, like I said, right, him and Bio will get along. Well, right. All right. So see, how does it feel seeing me actually stream for a change? Actually get into streaming. Are you uh are you proud that I'm actually streaming? Oh my gosh. I don't know how to do all that. I still have people in this house, so I don't want to pick up too I'm trying not to pick up too much uh home activity, but maybe that would be hilarious. But I'm gonna try not to make this too awkward. Awkward. You know what? We're gonna do what we want to do. If it's awkward, if it's all over the place, who cares, right? That's the beauty of uh, what you call it, a a test stream. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be, whatever it is that you want to do. And I think that's probably the best way to go about these things. Because I mean, nobody's perfect, right? And that, no, I'm not. I'm not going to go on a rant, but I am. I do want to say that it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be all professional. You know, I mean, it just has to be whatever it is that you want it to be. If you're having fun with it, it's like we were talking about last night. If you're having fun with it, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be whatever it is that you are passionate about. And I mean, if you stumble, if you stutter, if you mess up, who cares, right? If there's long pauses, if you don't really know what to say, what's the big deal? It's not like anybody's going to bother you. It's not like anybody's going to make fun of you. We all got to start somewhere. And I think that's the most important part of this whole thing is that we got to start somewhere. It doesn't have to be, we don't need to know what we're doing all the time. We just have to know what we believe is best. And that should be enough for us. So, you know, I'm sure you guys will agree that it doesn't always have to be perfect. Of course, take your time, see. Waiting for some other people to get in here, but they can take them time. They can take their time. So, I'm not entirely sure the way I'm gonna approach this. I want to talk a little bit about how I'm gonna approach this because I don't necessarily know so far, but I want to get an idea. I want to talk out my thoughts and ideas of what I want to do in terms of this streaming thing. So obviously, first and foremost, I don't really have a a proper streaming setup, so I'm not going to be able to stream games like Final Fantasy or Baldur's Gate, anything like that. I do still live in a house where with other people, so my streaming is not going to be as consistent as you know everybody else is, and C can attest to that. She also lives in a house with other people, so my streaming is not going to be as frequent as I would like it to be. But what I'm planning on doing is I'm probably, when I feel like it, even if it's just talking about nonsense, I'm probably gonna, come in here in this little faux streaming room that I have set up and just talk about stuff, even if it's just like 12 minutes, 13 minutes, even if it's not like a long stream, where I'm just going to talk. And if you guys want to chime in or if you just want to listen to me talk about nonsense, that'll be absolutely perfect. Because, like I said, I don't have a set plan. I don't have anything that I have planned. I don't have anything that I'm really set on doing. I'm just probably going to come in here when I get the inspiration to turn this camera on and just talk about nothing. So, I mean, that's absolutely fair. That's absolutely fair, and that's perfectly good. That's perfectly normal, you know. But that's pretty much my idea. My plan is to just come up here whenever I have the inspiration or whenever I have the time, and just come up here and just talk about whatever it is that I want to talk about. Whether it's my character in Final Fantasy, whatever I'm doing in terms of like writing or gaming, you know, and eventually I'll get a flow going. But right now it's just this is all just a test stream. None of this is planned. None of this is planned, and most of my streams are probably going to range from like 12 minutes, 20 minutes. They're not going to be very long, not long at all. So yes, absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, that's the main thing. You know, you gotta discover yourself. You gotta ease into it. You have to. You can't. Fair, very fair, Jade, very fair. Welcome in, Miyu. Welcome in. Glad to have you. I was just explaining that this is basically just going to be all over the place. Ninja, hello. This is going to be all over the place. I don't have a set plan, but it's fine because, like I was saying before, this is just going to be something that if I get the inspiration to do, I'm just going to come up here, turn on this camera, and just talk about nothing. Because, you know, no plan is the best plan. And if you're just planning everything out, then you're not going to have fun. So, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, Ninja. If you're trying to figure out what it is that you want to do, you're not going to have fun with this. And I think that's what not all of them, but I think that's where some streamers, oh, I mean, hey, if that's what you guys want to do, then I'm all for it. But I think not, like I said, not all streamers, but some streamers, and me personally, I fell into this category. You know, I was worried. One of the main reasons why I didn't want to stream is because number one, I didn't really know what I was gonna be doing. Oh Lord, please. Don't get me in trouble with this on my first time streaming. But I think my whole thing was that I didn't really know what I was doing. I was a bit nervous, a bit afraid to like really dive into the streaming world. I saw C doing it. I saw other people. Oh my gosh, dance. Do I need to get the spray, sir? Ninja, do I need to get the spray? Do I need to calm this man down? But yeah, like I said, I saw other people streaming. Okay, I'm gonna get the spray. Dents, if you don't behave yourself, I'm gonna get the spray. I'm gonna get the spray, and I'm gonna start spraying you with hot fire if you don't relax. Sprays of sustenance. My God, I'm not entertaining this, sir. I'm not entertaining this, sir. Um, anyway, what I was saying was that, because I don't want to lose my train of thought, but what I was saying was that, yeah, like I said, I saw C streaming it, number one. I saw other people streaming it, streaming it. I saw other people streaming, and I was like, it's interesting. It really was interesting, but I was like, a little bit apprehensive. But the more and more I saw other people streaming, the more I was just like, and C really helped me with this. C and Ninja, shout out to Ninja. Right, Ninja? Ninja, why don't you give yourself a shout out since you have moderator powers? Go give yourself a shout out because you and C really helped me with actually diving deep into this streaming business. And as I was thinking more about it, I was really like, you know, oh shoot, I don't have a. Oh well, they know I don't have a thing set up where it shows the link to the streams and stuff. All of this is novice work, all of it. So, but hey, that's fine. And yeah, like I said, as I got more and more into it, I was like, you know what? Also, Miyu, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Wow, that's the first time I said that. On my own stream. Thank you for the follow. I've been saying it on like C streams as a moderator, and hearing myself say thank you for the follow on my own stream is weird. But, um, yeah. Dense. I'm gonna have to tell you to sit in the corner, sir. If you don't stop, you're gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get me banned already. My first stream, Dense is gonna get me banned. Good lord. Um, you're also making me lose my train of thought, sir. Stop. I'm a, I'm a. But as I was saying before, Dents rudely interrupted me with his degeneracy. Is that the more yes, the more I thought about it, the more I actually, you know, explored it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try it out. Even if I don't have the best streaming equipment, I'm gonna try it out. I also don't like looking at the camera, so I'm like looking at my phone. No, well, maybe. I'll have Ninja do that. Ninja, if he gets too wild, just put him on timeout for like 5 seconds. But I'm also, if you guys, by the way, if you guys see me and I'm not looking at the cameras, because like I said, I have my chat on my phone, so I'm looking at my phone. So, because I don't like looking at the camera, I don't know, it's just something that it's just a thing that I don't like doing. Um, but so if you guys see me looking at my phone, no, I know what you meant, Jade. Trust me. I know exactly. Dents is. I know Dents is fooling around. So yeah, no problem, Mio. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for hopping in. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good time. So, but I believe that. Hello, Maya. Thanks for dropping in. Thanks for stopping in. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're having a good night. But, like I said, I believe that once you know, when you have a drive to Jason. Welcome in, Jason. Yes, of course, Jane. Of course, always, always. But you know, like I said, it's all in good fun. But I appreciate you looking out for me, Jade. But it's all in good fun. Trust me. Um, Anybody that pops in here, if I don't know them, and if they try to be, you know, all belligerent stuff, we will make sure that they don't stay. We'll make sure that we don't stay. They don't stay. But yes. Welcome in, Jason. Welcome in. You just missed your sister. She says she would be right back, but I don't think she's back yet. But I'm just rambling. I'm just going on a bit of a tirade because none of this is planned. So, yes, we appreciate it, Ninja. But none of this is planned. I'm literally just rambling. I'm going on a tirade. I'm losing my train of thought. But like I said, it's not. Oh, she is. Um, I'm literally just losing my train of thought. I'm going on this whole tirade. So, oh my goodness, that's just really embracing that murder hobo lifestyle, aren't you? But yeah, none of this is like I said. None of this is planned. So I keep looking at the chat. I'm talking, but I'm also looking at the chat because I don't want to miss anything in the chat. So the life of a streamer. I don't know how see the. I don't know how you guys, as fellow streamers, how do y'all do this? How do y'all like look at the? How do you guys look at the chat and talk at the same time without losing your train of thought? Like that, I need like how I need really need some advice on that. How do y'all manage to look at the chat and talk at the same time? Because that's got to be difficult. Like man, it's having to make sure that you guys are talking, practice. I heard that. Yes, as a moderator for Sierra's chat, I know exactly how that feels. People are always trying to kill her in some sort of game. Chad is always trying to kill her in some sort of game. I appreciate that, Maya. Is it Maya? Is it pronounced Maya? I don't want to pronounce it wrong. So is it Maya? Okay, Maya. Yes, I heard that. I heard that, Jade. It's just, it this all of this is new to me. So I'm really just getting all my thoughts out, trying to figure out what it is that I'm planning on doing. So, okay, thank you, Jason. You managed to get that set up, the mod stuff for your channel. It's the nerves. I'm more like, what do you call it? Not really nervous, but I'm real new to. Guys can give me as like fellow streamers will really help me in the long run because I don't want to the one thing that I don't want to do is think that oh I can I don't need any help, I don't need any advice. No, if you guys have any advice to give me, even if it's on stream, off stream, um you know, it will be extremely, extraordinarily helpful because I don't want to go into this thinking that I know exactly what I'm doing and I don't need any help. Um, I need all the help that I can get. So any advice that you guys can give me, anything that you guys think would be very helpful in my streaming journey, even if it's things that you guys don't think that will be that you guys don't think will be important, it will be very important. I need all the help I can get. And, yeah, just anything that y'all can think of will be very extremely helpful. Because I want to make sure that I do this casually, no set plan, no nothing like that. But I also want to make sure that you guys have an input, have value, have worth, and a voice for my streaming. So Yes, yes, exactly, Dance. Absolutely agreed. So, but I want to make sure all of you guys have a voice as well. I don't want y'all to think that y'all can't, you know, you know, y'all don't have any authority to, tell me what's going on. I really could use all the help. I don't want to be, I really don't want to neglect anybody's help, neglect anybody's voices. So, like I said, please, by all means, if you guys have any advice, if you guys have anything that you want to share as fellow streamers, even just, advice, that'll be extraordinarily helpful. And I will apply it for future streams if I choose to do so. Because, like I said before, I'm not really sure how often this will be my schedule. I don't have a set schedule. I don't really have anything like that. It's just going to be whenever I feel like, coming up here, popping up here, and just talking. These are just, most likely, they're just going to be just chatting streams. Because I don't have a proper streaming equipment. So they're probably just going to be just chatting streams. And they're probably going to be relatively short. I'm probably not going to be streaming for long periods of time. Like, it's really just going to be testing the waters until eventually I can get proper streaming equipment, and then we're really going to get into some stuff here. But for right now, it's just a test. It's just a test. Just seeing what I can get into. And, just talking about whatever it is that's on my mind, and, getting advice from fellow streamers that pop into the chat, and see where we go from there. But I'm probably not going to be as consistent, as active as I would like to be. So, my goal is to probably be doing this most likely every Monday, because like I was saying before, C has changed the schedule a little bit. So I can actually, if I want to, I can actually come up here every Monday at around maybe 9 or so. 9 is probably going to be my set time, because it's not too late, it's not too early. People that are getting off of work, they can pop in, even if it's just for a brief moment or two. They can pop in, say hello, give a follow if they want to talk a little bit. Thursdays too? Yes, Thursdays too. Because, howdy, Abutka. Welcome in. Welcome into the stream. Are you another friend of Dents and Ninjas? Yes, of course, Jason, of course. But like I said, my goal, like I said, my plan is to every Monday or Thursday around 9 or so. Well, welcome in, welcome in. Happy to have you, happy to have you. Um, Stream racing, very nice, very nice. Sim racing, very nice, very nice. Is it fun? Sim racing fun? Yes, I certainly am learning about the joys of streaming. I am planning on, like I said before, I'm planning on streaming probably Monday or Thursday. Excellent, excellent. As long as you love what you're doing, that's very important. It's very important. You don't want to do something that you don't enjoy, because that's not fun. If you're just doing something but you don't really like it, what's the point? You know. But yeah, my goal, my plan is to stream. Uh, yeah. Let me see here. I'm learning. I'm learning. How's that? Is that still too loud? Let me see here. Let me make sure I don't turn this off. Okay. How's that? Is that still too loud? Excellent, excellent. Like I said, I'm learning. I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out. So also as C can attest, and my mom too, I talk very loudly. So, but I'm gonna try not to talk too loud to yeah, no problem, Des. Take your time. Bought in, not brought in. I mean, either one works. um, what was I saying? Yeah, I have my as C and my mom can attest. I talk very loudly, but I'm gonna try not to talk too loud, so I don't hurt anybody's ears, and hopefully you know we can have an interesting time, a fun time. Um, yeah, like I said, maybe every Monday and Thursday around 9 or so. 9 is probably the best time for me and for everybody else because, like I said, it's not too early, it's not too late. And, if they want to pop in and talk, give advice, it'll be perfect. It'll be a perfect time. You know, people will most likely be off of work. Even if they just pop in for a brief moment or two, that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Uh, we don't want to keep anybody too long if they're busy, you know. But that's my plan. That's what I'm planning on doing. And later on down the line, once I get proper streaming equipment, then I'm gonna adventure into doing some game streams. Maybe Final Fantasy, maybe Baldur's Gate, Borderlands 3, whatever games that I have on Steam. Um, and maybe if I get really into it, if I can figure it out, maybe do like a drawing stream. I'm not the biggest, I'm not the best, uh, what you call it, art, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not the best when it comes to like drawing stuff, but maybe. But for right now, it's just gonna be like a just chatting stream and just talking about whatever's on my mind. So like, forgive me if there's pauses and lull in my talking because I I think I try to see what I can, you know, generate in my head to speak about. So, but and also apologies if I repeat myself. That's really how I get my thoughts out. Sometimes I repeat what I say so I can fully express my thoughts. But I mean, hey, that's that's the beauty of the stream. That's the beauty of streaming. It doesn't have to be perfect. So, but while everybody's still here, tell me about your guys' day. This is a two-way street and doesn't always have to be about me talking to me. As a community, well, we're forming this community, it's important for everybody else to talk about how they're doing, how everybody else's day is. It's just so, you know, put in the chat how everybody's day went and what you guys did, you know. And if you guys are streamers, what plans do you have in terms of streaming? What games do you guys stream? And I'll take a look at the chat and we'll have a good time. So, while I scroll through my phone here and take a look at the chat and wait for the chat to pop up. So, but yeah, I think what I'm also going to do, I haven't decided just yet. I think something else that I'm planning on doing. I haven't fully decided. Most likely, my biggest plan, because it most like more so me and C, something that we were discussing, is my biggest plan is to talk about my Final Fantasy XIV character, Valerie Terencia. And I figured that if I talk about that, it will not only garner more of an audience to people that want to know about that sort of thing, but it'll also help me flesh out her character because I've been having me and C call it conversations with the character, and that helps. But it would really help if I really get into the character, if I really talk about sort of like the meat and potatoes of what I have planned for her as a character going forward. And I really think that that would help flesh out her character even more if I talk a little bit about her backstory and all that. And I really think that that would help. So that's one plan that I have going for this streaming thing. That's really my base plan for this whole thing, is to really have a conversation about Valerie in a medium where it's a lot easier to talk about than, you know, popping into a voice chat where not everybody is always available, you know, because I honestly think that once I can do that, if I can do that, it'll help me fully flesh out her character, have much better character development, and really flesh out an audience that is interested in hearing about, you know, warriors of light, because that's something that we do all the time in like Discord, in like certain Discords and social media. You know, there's the occasional warrior of light questions of the day, which really helps people flesh out their character in Final Fantasy 14, which whoever came up with that idea is a real genius, because a lot of people don't know those questions of the day, even if it's like something silly, it honestly helps people flesh out their characters for Final Fantasy. They stop becoming like a pixelated characters, and they really become a part of you when you play. And I honestly truly believe that the questions of the day helps with that, because, you know, not everybody has an idea of what they, with those questions of the day. Yes, exactly. See, with those questions of the day, it it allows people to really sit back and be like, "Oh, wait, I got to think about this. I got to think about," because one of the things that you and I were discussing, see, is that when those when somebody is presenting your warrior of light with a question, like a very important question, like even if it's something like, well, what did your warrior of light eat today, it really helps you generate the gears turning in your head, because now you have to put yourself in your character's shoes and be like, okay, well, what did they eat today? Well, what did they do today? You know, even if it's something like, what is the most saddest experience that your warrior of light has gone through. You have to put yourself into that position. You have to get into your character's mind. And it really helps because it allows you, it forces you to actually think and really ask your character, what was your saddest experience? How did that make you feel? Not necessarily yourself as a person, but your character. Because obviously us as gamers, us as players for something like Final Fantasy 14, we already know how we feel with a lot of these emotional beats and storylines for Final Fantasy. But we don't know how the character feels about that particular instance, about that particular time, that particular moment. They should have a voice about something that's happened, something that they dislike. Even if it's something that they dislike about what we've done to them. They should have the ability to talk about that particular opinion that they have. They should have a voice. They really should have a voice. And the questions of the day helps garner that ability to fully flesh out your character. So whoever thought about that is a genius, because it is, no problem, take your time. Whoever thought whoever thought about that is genius, because it actually, a lot of people don't realize, but it really does help, especially if you're getting into that role-playing scene. I've been watching a lot of Critical Role. Just as a matter of fact, shortly before I popped up the stream, I pulled up a Critical Role video, and and people don't realize that actually helps too. Because like Matthew Mercer was saying, there's a lot of people think that Critical Role is scripted. I mean, that might be the case, but it's like Matthew said, it's just a bunch of them around a table talking about a fictional place and having fun with it. And that the same can be applied for anything that we do. As long as we're having fun with it, it doesn't have to be, it doesn't always have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be direct. It can be, it can be anything, gaming, just talking about nonsense, nothing, talking about nothing. As long as you're passionate about it, that's all. That's what's really important. And I think that's where a lot of us really should take into consideration, because it doesn't have to be perfect. We don't need a set script. We just have to make sure that we're doing what we love, So, you usually lurking, but as I'm sure you guys will agree with me, it as long as you're doing what you love, as long as you're passionate about doing whatever it is that you're doing, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And that's what really needs to be the most important thing. The structure to anything that we're doing is to have passion, to have love for it. Because if you don't have love for it, then you have already failed in what it is that you're trying to do. You have to have passion about it. You have to love what you're doing all the time. Even if you think that not everybody's going to be interested in it, as long as you yourself is interested in whatever it is that you're doing, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. And if you keep having that thought, if you keep having that mindset, eventually it's going to be incredibly helpful to you in your daily life. Because, I had to have, I needed to have that reminder that you got to do what you love, and not really be invested in what other people are thinking, what other people are doing. You have to make sure, first and foremost, that you yourself are enjoying what it is that you're doing. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is your happiness above everybody else's. If what you're doing makes you happy, then everybody else will be happy for you. And that's the most important thing. So, as I'm sure everybody will agree with me in the chat, is that you yourself have to be happy with what it is that you're doing. So, but for I'm gonna try to get to the 50-minute mark or the 1 hour mark. I think that would be a good stopping point for my first stream. So so far, how do you guys think I'm doing? In you guys' opinion, how do you guys think I'm doing with my first ever stream? I'm all ears. I'm open to all opinions. It'll really help me going forward for any future streams that I decide to do. You guys won't hurt my feelings. I'm very interested to see what you guys think about my first ever foray into this. Welcome in, Shadow. Welcome in. Like I said, I'm all ears. I'm open to discussion. I'm interested to see what you guys think. How did I do? Surprisingly, funny enough, I'm actually not all that nervous. I honestly thought this would be incredibly awkward for my first time streaming. But surprisingly, the minute I popped up this stream, turned on the camera, it was like natural to me. Like I immediately knew what I was doing. And I think that's really the basis of this whole thing, is that. So yeah, that's fair, Jay. You're always welcome to pop in, even if it's just lurking and listening to me in the background. Um, you know, you're always welcome here. I'm probably not gonna do anything too fancy, anything that is too wild, because I don't have the proper equipment for that. But even if it's just you listening to me talk in the background, even if it's not really your cup of tea, that's perfectly fine. It's not gonna hurt my feelings in the slightest. We're all friends here, and that's what's the most important thing, is that we're all friends here, you know. So yeah, if you if it's not your usual content, that's perfectly fine. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. Um, exactly, Shadow. Exactly. So yeah, we're all friends here. As long as you want to pop in every so often and say hello. That's all I care about. You don't have to pop in just because it's something that I want to do to support me. By all means, feel free. there's really no obligation for anybody to stay in the chat. It's welcomed. Make no mistake, it's always welcomed. Anybody that pops in, anybody that wants to say hello while I navigate this new journey, this new world, is always appreciated. But it's never anything that's something that is demanding, because first and foremost, I know that everybody is busy with life, work and personal stuff. So I'm never gonna, expect anybody to stay long, or anything like that. Just if you guys pop in every so often, briefly, that'll make my day. It's never an obligation. Just all of this is for fun. I'm not expecting anybody to really you know do anything other than just pop in when they feel like it, and show support however it is, whether it's lurking, turning on, having me on the background, even if it's just the audio. That's really the most important thing. So yes, I appreciate that, Shadow. Yeah, like I said, just any type of support, however brief, is all that I ask for. Nobody's obligated to do anything other than that. So if you want to keep me on in the background, hey, that's perfectly fine. So, but it's like I said, surprisingly, as soon as I turned on, I think what it is. I think it's because when C and I were doing our Dawn Trail playthrough, and I've been in the voice chat when she's been streaming, like when she's been streaming Baldur's Gate, it's already it already was natural to me then, and this is just a what you call it, a medium that a higher medium of something that I've already done. Jammy, welcome in, Jammy. Thank you for the follow, my friend. How you been? It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate the follow. Just doing a just chatting stream, talking about what I'm planning on doing in terms of streaming. Hope you're doing well. I am just very excited about this streaming endeavor. Yes, that I think that's exactly what that was, Shadow. I think that's exactly what that was. I wouldn't I don't want to necessarily say shy. I think it was more of a, oh no, I don't have the the proper equipment for that yet. It's just an IRL stream. I'm talking with me just talking. I was gonna put on some music, like some lo-fi music, but I didn't think that would be wise considering. So it's I apologize for like the silence, but hey, I mean that's fine too. But like I said, I don't think it was like shyness. I think it was more of an apprehension to step into this world, because I really didn't know what I was doing. I still don't know what I'm doing, but that's fine. Yeah, I think the next time I stream, I'll see if I can set that up. Cause like I said, I'm using my phone for the chat and stuff. So, but I'll see what I can. If you guys can help me with that too, I appreciate it. Like I said before, I can use all the help I can get. I really need all the help that I can get. So anything that you guys can offer me in terms of help and assistance would be greatly appreciated. So, but like I said, as soon as I turned on the camera, it was like normal for me. And I think that's because I've been talking with C so much on and off stream that this is just a second medium to me. So it wasn't like it was awkward or anything like that. And as you guys will understand quickly, I run my mouth a lot. So this is just a perfect excuse for me to run my mouth and talk about nonsense and really just talk about whatever is on my mind. And I think that's the most important thing. Although I how do I end stream once I end stream? Because I'm not using my computer, so I don't really know how to end the stream. So is it this thing here beside the microphone? Is that how I end it once I finish? If you don't know, I'm using my Kindle Fire. So the setup here, the setup here is a little weird. So, but appreciate it, Dents. Um, 1 second here. I'm not ending just yet, but I am. I can't believe I'm saying this. That's the first time I'm saying it. Okay. uh, am I back? Can you guys? Am I back? Yeah. My stream cut off for a second. Hey, my first disconnect. How about that? My first stream disconnect. Am I a streamer now? Stream cut off. I lost connection. I lost internet connection for like a second. My stream cut off. Does that make me a streamer now? Am I officially a certified streamer with my first cut off stream? My first connection loss? But as I was saying, we have hit the hour mark. So, my first time saying this, we are going to end stream. Yes. I'm really I'm just right. I'm becoming a streamer, chat. I'm becoming a streamer. We are going to go ahead and raid out to C told me it was /raid. We're gonna raid out to actually let me see. No, I didn't want to add a stream marker. Okay, there we go. We are gonna raid out to wow. I can't believe I'm actually raiding somebody for the first time in my streaming life. This is chat. Can we get a claps in the chat for my first, what will be my first ever raid before I end stream. Just before I end stream, can we just get claps in the chat for what will be my first ever stream raid? I want to before I officially end and we raid out, because I'm about to raid out to Llama Todd. Yes, I'm gonna raid out to Llama Todd. Oh, by the way, see, I figured out how to do my phone with I people, so on my phone. So I figured that out. See, before I end stream here, I just want to thank everybody that popped in for supporting me on my first ever stream, even though it was just an hour of me just talking and rambling on and awkward silences. I legitimately want to thank everybody for supporting me on my first ever stream. I am going to try to be as frequent as possible every Monday or Thursday around 9 or so. So whenever you guys can pop in, even if it's brief, to say hello, it would be very appreciated. But as always, there's no obligation to do so. But it's always appreciated if you can. And I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Dents, C, Shadow, Jade, Ninja, Miyu, Maya, everybody that popped in to support me on my stream, especially Jammy for the follow. I appreciate all the follows, all that good stuff. And we will see where this streaming world takes us in the future. But for right now, I'm going to end stream. So thank you everybody for joining in on my stream. And we are going to raid out. It did. I appreciate it, Dents. Everybody, I hope everybody has a good night. And I will see you guys most likely on Thursday, depending on if I actually decide to stream on Thursday. But if not, I will see you guys in the Discord. C or Shadow, can one of you link the Discord? Well, actually, never mind. Everybody that's in here is already in the tavern, so don't do that. Everybody in here is already in the tavern. So I will see you guys in the Discord, and hopefully, maybe potentially, see you guys either Thursday or next Monday. So I hope everybody has a good night. Thank you once again for joining my stream. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yes. Actually, that's something that I wanted to ask you, Shadow. Set up like how you have for everybody else. Can you set up when I go live so that everybody knows? And I will see you guys later on. So we stick around real quick. We're gonna raid out to Llama Todd. And have a good night, y'all. Oh, wait. The target channel. Oh, I might not be able to, actually. Let me see here. If I can't raid, let me see. Because Jason's streaming. I'm going to see if I can raid out to Jason. Okay. So, apparently Todd is too big. So, we're going to raid out to Jason. And show him some support. Tell him I said hello. And take care, everybody. Thank you once again. And we'll see you eventually. Have fun.
I just want to fucking get a